Hi, I'm Ted from Everything Attachments, and we're today with Peanut, and we're going to finish up my garden real quick. And because we put composted leaves on it, which have a lot of acid in it, we're going to put out some pelletized lime. And I wanted to show you real quick on the fertilizer spreader why we like Agrex is our brand over all the other brands that I've seen. When you look down into the bottom, get down in here, Nate, you'll find that this bottom grate right here, which is what controls your flow going out, I can make it just as fine as I want. Now for fertilize, you might be near halfway open, but when you get to do grass seed, especially bluegrass or Bermuda, you're going to be really close in there. So that's something you don't want to. That's something that you don't want to get away from you, especially on grass seed. The fertilizer spreaders that have a V-shape opening on the side that slides up and down, they kind of fit loosely and they work great for fertilizer, but when it comes to grass seed and really fine material, it's really difficult to get the right amount that you want to come out. So we really like these double plates that slide in there where you can really get a close setting. The other thing, go ahead and pull up Peanut and raise it up. I want to show them the gearbox. As you can see with Peanut on here, he can reach his handle really easy from the tractor. But what we're looking at is this is a true gearbox here. It's got bearings in it, it's got grease in it, but what almost everybody's fertilizer spreader is using now is a stamped steel, and it's not a real gearbox. It works most of the time, but for the life of a machine, this true gearbox, which is machined and has seals and so forth in it, is a lot better for the long run. Now a lot of people will ask me, do you want poly or do you want steel? Well, the reality is it doesn't matter if you spend twice the price and get a poly hopper and stainless steel plates. If you don't clean it up when you're through using it, you will buy another one next year. So I'm okay with the steel all the way around. As long as I clean it up good, I think you got a 20-year spreader here with no problem. If you don't clean it up, you get to buy a new one every year. It's up to you. This one has 3 settings, whether it comes out the left, the center, or the right. And we've sold Agrex for 30 or 40 years, and we've never had any problem with them, and that's just always been our favorite. So we're gonna go put some pelletized lime in this. We're gonna go over this garden over here, which has had a bunch of composted leaves. They're not fully composted. They're gonna have a lot of acid in them, and so we're gonna put 14 bags of pelletized lime over the top of that before we blend it in with our tiller. Okay, so Peanut's gonna start out here. We've got our pelletized lime inside here. This is a 330-pound capacity spreader, but we've got 450 pounds of lime in it. We just put 9 bags. There's 3 different settings on this fertilizer spreader, either center, left, or right. We've got it in the center position right now for discharge. Peanut can reach the lever up here real easy from this small tractor. And so he's going to try it with the gate set on full because we don't really want to see how wide we can spread it. We're just trying to get this lime on top of this garden before, so it'll neutralize all the acid from these leaves. So we're going to put it out way thicker than you would on a yard or anything like that. So he's going to use his gate setting on full, slow speed, mid RPM, and that should keep a lot coming out in a small area. Go ahead and give it a try, Peanut. And this is just kind of a trial and error thing. The spreader comes with a book to tell you how many pounds you're putting out per acre and so forth, but when you're doing something different like this, it's just kind of trial and error, and we're liable to get covered up here. Come down with your RPMs. So that's coming out really thick. It's spreading about 30 feet, 15 feet on each side. But we've got a whole lot to put out in a small area. Normally this is way more than you would put out on a yard. It's just because that acid is so strong from those decaying leaves. All right, so now we've got 4 bags, which is 200 pounds of 10-10-10 fertilizer, and we're gonna spread that out a little further before we blend it in with the tiller. And Peanut's got his fertilizer spreader about as high as it'll go so he can reach the lever easily and so he can get through those ditches right there without it bottoming out.